Hey everybody, welcome back. Old Home Week continues. My next guest has been with me just about since the beginning. To say that it was fortuitous that we met is a vast understatement. This fellow has been inspiring me for years. Whenever I feel like I just don't have it, I can't go on, I'm not sure about today, I think of Jed Fuller, and I think about the fact that he got up about 4 hours before I did to go and train for his chosen profession of professional skateboarding. He has just returned from the Balarama on Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed, let's all clap. Jed Fuller! Oh, yeah,
Let's do this, dude.
Do you know, I was watching your video with another good friend of mine, and I'm not sure which, you weren't skating. I think maybe it was the Bucky Lassick shot of his incredible trick, and you screamed out with such passion, yeah, skateboarding! And we died. It was so great. It was so great.
I love it, man.
A little tear in the corner of my eye.
Tear.
How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you doing, brother?
Welcome back!
Thanks, dude.
Jed Fuller. Oh, I love you, buddy.
Here we go, yeah, man.
So, tell folks about this trip that you took and the significance, both in terms of the contest itself, but also in your own life.
So first and foremost, right, I got to thank my kids, Mads and Abby. I love you guys.
Mads and Abby!
Yeah! Woo! I like to say, I gave them, their mom and I gave them life, but they gave me a reason to live. And that's why I'm here doing this.
Really beautiful.
So thank you. You will never know. You'll never know. To all my sponsors, Embassy, I got to shout you out, Lee. I love you, man. They made this all possible. Embassy is my board sponsor, and they paid for my plane ticket and a place to stay. Just had to pay for food. And so we had energy to walk the 100 yards to the beach. It was rough, and but then I managed.
Skate all day.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
Yeah.
So I
talk about the importance of Balarama.
Okay, so you've got two really big events in the industry. One is the Vans Pool Party, which we've talked about many times on this show.
And you're a stalwart of the pool party.
Well, I podiumed this past year, and so now it's about maintaining, right? And stepping it up on
top
the podium
step of the
as
podium.
Well. So Balarama is the second biggest event as far as pool skating in the industry. That's my opinion. I believe most would agree, but. So this Balarama, the really big deal about it is that it's in Australia, and so not any Joe is just going to be able to go to Australia. When they have contests in the States, a lot of them are kind of open. Anybody can go, and so if you can get a couple $100 to get a plane ticket, you can go, right? Australia's a little different, and so it makes it a bit more elite. And what made this so big was, for me, was Tony Hawk. The guys that were there were my childhood heroes. I wore VHS tapes. Google it if you don't know what that is. I wore VHS tapes out of these guys trying to replicate their style, their tricks, their everything, right?
Flow, their moves.
Yeah, man. And so here I am going halfway around the world to compete against, I like to say, as one of my friends reminded me several years ago when I was freaking out about this, ride with my childhood idols. Yeah. Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero, Mike McGill, Eddie Alguera, Renton Miller, Lester Kasai, like Adam Luxford. That's like the top. With me, I think that's close to the top 10. And the fact that I was in the mix with those guys, in terms like I took 8th overall, qualified 5th to get into semis, and it was an opportunity for me. So my definition of professional skateboarder when I started this 10 years ago was, you have your name on a board, or you don't have to work. You make enough money from skateboarding. Neither of those happened, and then this opportunity happened. I was like, maybe my dictionary's wrong. And so I made some adjustments, right? Like I published a new dictionary, and now
why not,
I am
man?
a professional skateboarder. You don't get flown halfway around the world if you're a kook. And you know, you're not going to get taken there by a sponsor if you're not on that level with the elite in their eyes.
And you have some shot of winning the comp, right?
I'll tell you this.
As they say in Australia, the conest.
That's right, they're honest. I'll tell you this. Had I had about two more, I say two, it could have been 3 or 4 more days, I could have podiumed. I was that close with those guys. I like to think I was skating really good, but in reality, I don't think they were skating very good.
Really?
But I'm sure it's somewhere in between. At the end of the day, I finally saw, because of, oh, here we go, some video footage. So I made a compilation of our contest runs, of my contest runs. And you'll see,
The gold helmet.
The gold helmet, that's a staple.
Fans always know that if you see the gold helmet, it's not Notre Dame, it's Jed Fuller.
You got to pump up the thing. So what's cool about this is the line. So I did the Smith grind, the Madonna, the Stellfish, the Smith around the corner, back to back to back to back in a bowl. That's not easy to do. Then I came over.
Yeah, and it's a small bowl. I mean, it really is.
It's tight. It's quick. So I got around, and on this run here at the end, we'll see. But you know, to be able to do what I was able to do, even Tony Hawk gave me props. That
really,
yeah, he
That's
said,
huge.
"I'm really blown away. He said, I'm really blown away at what you've been able to, the lines you were able to figure out in the short amount of time you were here."
And that's a great point to make as we watch this.
And this
that
is big.
I
don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
that
sure.
hurricane grind right there, that was money in the bank. Shouty what you drank. So no, but right here, yeah, we're gonna pause it. So can we go back to that? Yeah. So if you look, so I'm right in the middle. To the right of me in the pink shirt, that's Kevin Staub, legend. He was like before Tony Hawk even a little bit. To the left of me is Tony Hawk. To the left of him is Steve Caballero. If we play this out, you see them just sitting there clapping for me. And if you watch, I go in the camera.
Right. A lot of energy.
Shirt, and I point, and I'm saying something right now. So if we can get a clip, can we get up on my shirt?
A shot of your shirt. Let's get the ISO on the shirt.
So we got a shirt here. Well, this is Todd Prince, right? This is the shirt I was wearing. He's wearing a shirt that says, "I didn't come here to lose." And I said that to the camera.
Oh,
like,
nice.
I didn't come here to lose.
Just scoot forward. Robbie's going to get us a close-up.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Rock and roll.
Yeah, I didn't come here to lose. And so I said that, and the camera was like, "I didn't come here to lose." And I turned to my right to walk away. Little did I know until I made this video and actually watched it that Tony Hawk was probably as close as you are to me. And so here I am. I mean, he's a legend, right? It'd be like going up to Michael Jordan and being like, you ain't got nothing, boy. Like, dude, come on, man.
But on some level, that totally works. And it's funny that you use the example of Michael Jordan because, I mean, really, Michael Jordan only respected the kind of basketball players who had the same spirit that he did, which was the trash talk, which was, "I didn't come here to lose," says, "I feel good about myself." And I'm sure that Tony Hawk can relate to that.
I hope so, right? And you know, nothing was said, and I don't think I did any damage, but if I did, whatever. You know, first or last, going out there first or last, I already won, right? Like, this was a lifelong dream.
Absolutely. And you said that many times.
And it was funny because I talked to one of my brothers, my brother Fred, and he was like, "Dude, you have nothing to lose. Like, you go out there and skate in this contest, you have absolutely nothing to lose.
You literally
like,
cannot lose.
You come in last place, it doesn't matter." I was like, wow, those guys have everything to lose. And dude, when the contest kicked in, like, we did the qualifier, and I was on fire, and Mike McGill qualified like second or third, and he actually told me, like, "Dude, you got robbed. You skated so much better than I did."
But you got your membership, right?
Yeah,
you're Balarama now. You'll be back. They go, "Hey, this guy skated great.
Dude, 8th place, won $1,000. It was a sponsor-paid-for trip. Like, I don't know if you could actually, for me, define pro in any different way. And so now I can officially say for myself, because my dictionary's been fixed, that I'm a professional skateboarder. And
yeah, you are.
That was the dream I started out with 10 years ago. And every milestone I've hit has been so much more grandiose than I could have ever imagined it. And I would have never imagined myself sitting on the deck next to Tony Hawk and walking away legitimately realizing that, like, I'm on that level and it's okay, like, I can't deny it anymore.
You are.
And so
professional skateboarder.
It's funny because
you're my favorite pro.
Well, what's funny, dude, is like the whole I am, right? Like in Spanish, there's a verb, estar, and it's to be, and then there's ser, is to be as well. Ser is like a state of being, like I am honest, right?
Right.
I don't know the word for honest, but soy, whatever, right? Estar is I am at work, right? So it's like place to be or whatever. And now that I've had this experience, like that will never change. I am pro.
You are pro. You know?
Lifelong dream, dude. Lifelong dream come true, man. Don't ever give up.
You know, I said to a couple of friends of mine before tonight's show that Jed Fuller and I always cry. It's what we do. It's what we do, man.
Is that Jerry Maguire? Yeah, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Oh, you're totally gonna cry. And I'm gonna cry with you, man. Brother, congratulations.
Life is good.
Come back soon. We need to do a whole show and get into some philosophy and where you're at in your life with your goals and objectives. I know that you've been working harder than ever, and I hope that soon you'll come back and we'll just clear the studio and we'll just bawl our eyes out the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. I'm ready. I would love that opportunity to share, because at the end of the day, like this journey, these trips, of course, but the journey has had nothing to do with skateboarding.
Yeah.
It's the person I am.
Right here.
I am.
Right here. It's what makes you an amazing skateboarder, one of the best in the world. I love you, brother.
I love you too, Terry.
It's great to see you,
man. It's good to be here.
Come back again soon.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jed Fuller.
Woo!
Jed Fuller.
Yeah,
skateboarding.
Woo!
Skateboarding. All right. Quick break. I think we're going to run long tonight because Phoenix Rising, it's Old Home Week here on the Mountain Views program. We'll be right back.